students, and welcome to week 6 in your online Lifespan Growth and Development course. This week, for February 21st through the 27th, we will be covering Chapter 6, which will keep us in the stage of early childhood, but this week we will be looking at the psychosocial development of the child. So last week in Chapter 5, we, of course, looked at body and mind and looked at some of the concepts of cognition and physical development and milestones that should be met during early childhood. This week, we will continue the discussion and look at aspects of the child from their social environment, from relationships that they're having with their peers, and so forth. So this week, your activities are to make sure that you read Chapter 6. You can go over the PowerPoint that I have provided. You have a discussion question, and this is a Module 2 discussion question, so it's meeting all of those learning outcomes for our second module. And you'll be writing on the pros and cons of bilingual education. So as you read through this chapter, there's some information on the benefits of putting children into programs like Spanish immersion or picking up a second language or a tertiary language. And so, but there's some drawbacks also that your book mentions. So this discussion question is going to require you to have some background knowledge from the book, but then I do want you to go back into your own research and make sure that you look at both sides of it. So I have provided some TED Ed videos for you to look at the benefit of the bilingual brain, and it really is focusing on this age range of children. And then you have a couple other videos here to also include in your discussion. So make sure you check out these videos. And then here is the grading rubric for the discussion question and going through. I'm asking for at least 3 paragraphs. Here are your guiding questions. So I'm looking for at least 5 pros and 5 cons with bilingual education. And then you're going to actually act as a hypothetical developmental psychologist for a couple who is trying to make the decision if they should send their daughter Gracie, who's a kindergartner, into a bilingual program. So this really should, you have a lot of background to help prepare you to answer these questions here. As always, make sure that you're citing your resources with APA citation, and make sure that you're looking at the grading rubric that I've provided right here for you to make sure that you're getting all the points made. So just a reminder, on discussion questions, these are open to your classmates. So your journals, the other work that you're turning in, that just comes to me. And I know especially with your journals, there's been some concern about sharing that with a class. Those are not shared, but discussion questions are. So all of your classmates will have access to view your what you write as your initial response for your discussion question. And do not forget that part of this grading rubric is to comment on other students' posts to earn full credit for this assignment. So it's not our first discussion question, obviously, but I just want to make sure those are some of the things that you lost points on, not you particularly, but as a class lost points on last time. And so I just wanted to review some of those requirements. It's all right there in that grading rubric, so make sure you're using that resource. And going back into the module for the week, you additionally have your, your quiz number 6 and a couple of videos in here as well. And I, as always, record these the week before, so I am looking forward to reviewing your Piaget conservation of liquids experiment that you did last week, and see how that worked out for you and what your reflections were on that assignment. So enjoy learning about the psychosocial development this week of early childhood stage. And as always, please reach out with any questions that you may have. Have a great week, and I will be back next week to preview our Chapter 7 and the assignments in that module. So take care.